So now I'll introduce our next set of speakers from Northwood Adult Day Program with the Adult Day Program's Art to Go kits. Tracy Hawthorne has a diploma from the Human Services Program at the Nova Scotia Community College from Truro with a concentration in therapeutic recreation. Her caregiving journey began over 20 years ago, driven by her personal ethics to help people feel seen, valued, and cared for. Through her work with Northwood and the Nova Scotia Health Authority, Tracy has dedicated herself to enhancing the lives of those she serves and has always created meaningful opportunities for people to engage, express themselves, and feel heard. Today, as a program planner at Northwood Adult Day Program in Halifax, Tracy continues her mission to design creative, enriching experiences for individuals in the community and their families. Our second presenter is Ashley Penton, who also completed a degree in therapeutic recreation and became a certified therapeutic recreation specialist. Ashley is currently the manager of recreation therapy and volunteer services at Northwood. Alongside her leadership role, Ashley is dedicated to advancing the future of the therapeutic recreation profession and enhancing dementia care. She has a casual teaching appointment at the Nova Scotia Community College and serves as a GPA certified coach. Beyond her professional life, Ashley is a proud pet parent to 2 fur children. So I invite Tracy and Ashley to the stage.
Hi, I'm Ashley Penton. I'm just going to talk a little bit about our Art to Go kits and kind of how we came up with the idea and before, I guess, implementation. So this is Heather. She is really the inspiration behind our project. In 2021, her family really started to notice subtle changes to her personality, her routines, and these things they noticed really eventually led to a diagnosis of early onset dementia. Her sister-in-law wanted to keep Heather connected to her love of art and began spending Fridays with her and getting creative. Hetty found that during her searches for ideas and inspiration, that most ideas that were readily available were really directed towards children, or they didn't have the items that were easily picked up or accessed. She started to collect her ideas and the projects that were successful and eventually ended up writing a book about her experience. This book included 50 art projects that were successful with Heather and could easily be replicated. Heather eventually started attending the Northwood Adult Day program with us. Her family acknowledged the amazing and innovative programs that were being delivered there. So this is when Hetty approached us with an idea. We weren't quite sure at this point. We knew what we were doing. We could create kits based around the works of famous artists, and the projects could be modified and adapted for all skills and abilities. They could be adapted for people in adult day, people living in long-term care, and eventually care partners could borrow and use them to take them home. It sounded like a great idea, but we needed to find the funds to make this project a reality. This is where the Art to Go creative kits for meaningful engagement was born. With support from Hetty, we developed a grant proposal to bring this vision to life. Our focus was on thoughtful design, clear goals, and ensuring the project remained inclusive. We wanted to celebrate each individual's skills, strengths, and abilities. We were thrilled when the Petro-Canada Caremakers Foundation believed in our idea, and they awarded us the funding to launch. Through this grant, we created 2 full sets of kits. We have a set of kits for adult day and one for long-term care. We were also able to purchase an inventory of supplies so we could be sustainable for a period of time. So these kits are now out there supporting meaningful engagement, creativity, and connection. So now we're going to see a short video of what an Art to Go session really looks like and get some feedback on some of the folks who've actually used it.
Maud Lewis, are you familiar with Hetty. I was here a number of weeks ago and I had the most fun, wonderful, fulfilling time here. Everybody loved the art that they were making and there was a lot of laughter around the table. There was a man at the end of the table who's not here now, I don't think, who was quite a joker, and he kept us entertained while we were making art. Today we're going to be looking at the art of a famous Nova Scotian folk artist, Maud Lewis. Have you all heard of Maud Lewis?
She lived right near me.
She used to live right near you?
Right near me.
Did you live in Digby?
Down that way.
Did you? Did you ever meet her?
Yes.
Really? Now here's the big question. Did you ever buy any of her paintings?
Yes.
Oh, oh lucky.
Don't tell us.
And she once said, I will always be happy as long as I have a paintbrush in my hand. But I started rug hooking a number of years ago, and everyone said you need to find out about Doug Rankin, because he was considered, probably still is, in Nova Scotia, one of the premier rug hookers in this province. Not only was Doug also met her, and you went in her house, right? And what did you see on the walls of her house?
Paintings everywhere.
Everywhere.
Inside and outside the house.
Yeah.
From floor to ceiling?
Yes.
Just painting.
Paintings everywhere. This beautiful book depicts a lot of the paintings by Maud Lewis. I don't know if anyone has any kind of account of about how many paintings she made in her life, but I dare say she made at least one every day. Some are simple. Some on the walls, as you can see, have a lot of details in them. The one with the sled, for instance, has a lot of people. Well, they're all quite detailed, the ones on the wall. But when you paint one, you may want to choose one that's a little more simple, but it's entirely up to you, whatever you want to do. You may see this and think, well, I'll do my own version of a vase of flowers. Yeah. You don't have to try and copy one of these paintings. This is entirely your piece of art to make and do how you wish. So you have in front of you a beautiful canvas, a blank canvas, paintbrushes, paint. Wonderful. Might be a good idea just to have a pencil too, just to do a little sketch. We're going to get some pencils for you if you want to lightly sketch out.
And we appreciate you bringing in all of your rug hooking today from Maud Lewis. There's a number of them. We hope that you enjoyed the program today.
I did.
You're still working on that Maud Lewis creation, inspired by Maud Lewis, and we'll see the finished product, I'm sure, at some point.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I know one thing. I'd rather work with wool fabric than painting.
Then painting? Okay. Well, you'll have to teach us this next. This will be our next kit. You've already developed it, so you'll just have to bring it in for us.
You see the different colors in it.
I know, they're beautiful.
Most of the wool in these, they started off with white wool, and they dyed the colors
Oh, wow.
to match, or at least to resemble what Maud did in her painting. Thank
We're
you.
very, very fortunate to be able to see it. Thank you, Doug.
Okay. Okay.
There we go. Now that you've added all that blue, it's looking
It's kind of not as daunting now. We can have a little sky up here.
Oh, yeah.
And then a little grass down here, which is often what Maud Lewis used to do. I'll show you. It's easy to just draw a line.
What color eyes should you have?
What did you guys think of the connections being made there? Yeah, it looks like the video and the experience in Doug's life was premeditated, but it wasn't. The kit was chosen, and that experience that it was very enriching in Doug's life happened simultaneously. So that's the beauty of the connection and the creativity that comes from Art to Go. And I'm very thankful to share that with you. I'm very passionate about it, actually. So I just wanted to speak about the power of and the impact of connection along the dementia journey. And that's the same thing that everyone has said today was connection and meaningful engagement. So I'll start by a few shout outs, because without John Van Gerp, who filmed it, and Hetty Van Gerp, who created it, we would not be here today. So in Adult Day, Hetty realized that we needed meaningful, dignified ways to engage in creativity. And she came up with the proposal, as Ashley said. We thought, oh my goodness, how are we going to go about this? How do we do it? But the strong team that we are, we refer to ourselves as Art to Go champions, actually. So I'm not just speaking about myself here, I'm speaking about Adult Day in Halifax, Sackville, Bedford, and Dartmouth. And we engage in Art to Go twice a month at each site, and each time the connections are as, get emotional, but strong as they were in that video. And each time we see the person for who they are, their strengths, skills, abilities, and ultimately the connection and the creativity are what matter. So we take a person-centered approach, which is very consistent in the message today as well. We set up the environment and the person for success by providing supports in advance. And it seemed pretty flawless and effortless in that video. As I said, the two things were not planned, they just happened. But sometimes it's not seamless, it's not effortless, and it's certainly not flawless. But as Art to Go champions, we know what really matters, and that's connection and creativity. So I'll tell you a story that I tell quite often about a client. Slide? Okay. She's my tech support. About a client that we refer to as Giuseppe, because it's a catchy little name. I'll tell you what's going on. Ooh, you lost her, Ash, in the slide. So Giuseppe has an old world Italian outlook, raised in Italy, follows that culture very strongly. He's a tradesman in the tile industry and was his whole life. But he sits on the outskirts. He's not an active participant. He's apathetic when you first approach him, and he's off standing, and he clenches his fists on his cane, and his arms are folded. So you really need to shift and adapt your approach when you speak with him and to make a connection with him. And typically he's very void of emotion. And one day, Hetty and I had Art to Go, and he was sitting in the corner like he normally would. And Hetty said, "What about him? This is the third time I've been here and I haven't seen him engage. And I said, I got this. Let's go. This is just an instance where I was facilitating that day. So I approached him and I thought, I just need to tell him what I need him to do, because that's the approach he respects. You're coming with me. I need your help. And he got right up. But it was premeditated, right? Thought went into that. I said, I need your help. We were working with a Barbara Reed kit that day, if you're familiar with that artist, and that's plasticine art. And I need you to manipulate all that plasticine, cut it into pieces, and get it prepared for the group. So he felt needed, and he had a job. And that's how we got him over. And he did that for everybody. He got everyone's plasticine ready. And you'll see the picture of the blue plasticine in the top there. We call that birds on a power line. And that's what he had created in the end. So it started with the task and ended with him engaging in the Art to Go kit. Can you see the photo of the clients clearly or no? So point out to me who you think looks void of emotion. No? Point out to me who you think looks proud of what he's done. So he's the man in the middle with the royal blue shirt on. That's Giuseppe there. And he was so proud, and he engaged continuously after. There was never a question or a different approach that was needed. It was just, he was excited. So, in conclusion, I would ask you, if you're comfortable, I know you have already today, to close your eyes and take a deep breath. Take 1 or 2 big deep breaths. And just note that Art to Go has transformed how we approach connection and creativity. It's like throwing a single stone into still water. One small idea creating ripples that continue to spread. Those ripples have reached our clients, their families, and our community. Each representing connection and creativity. You can open your eyes if you'd like. So today, we invite you as professionals, caregivers, and creators to pick up your own stone. Keep that ripple moving and continue spreading connection and creativity with compassion. Thank you.